Case study: Bradbury vs. Morgan, 1862. Introduction. Bradbury v. Morgan, a notable case from 1862, provides valuable insights into the evolution of contract law during the 19th century. This case involved a dispute between Bradbury, the plaintiff, and Morgan, the defendant, revolving around contractual obligations and the interpretation of contractual terms. Set against the backdrop of the Victorian era, this case sheds light on the legal and social dynamics prevalent during the mid-19th century. Background. The backdrop of Bradbury vs. Morgan traces back to mid-19th century England, characterized by rapid industrialization and societal transformations. Bradbury, a merchant seeking to expand his business, entered into a contract with Morgan, a supplier of goods, for the purchase of merchandise. However, disputes arose between the parties regarding the quality of the goods delivered and the terms of the contract, leading to legal action to resolve the disagreement. Parties involved. Bradbury, the plaintiff, was a merchant with a vested interest in upholding the terms of the contract and receiving goods of the agreed-upon quality. Morgan, the defendant, was a supplier of goods whose actions came under scrutiny for purported breaches of contractual obligations. Both parties played pivotal roles in the contractual relationship, shaping the trajectory of the legal dispute. Legal issue. At the heart of Bradbury vs. Morgan lay the question of contractual performance and the interpretation of contractual terms. The primary legal issue revolved around whether Morgan had fulfilled its contractual obligations and whether Bradbury was entitled to remedies for any breaches of contract. The case raised broader questions about the application of contract law principles and the rights and responsibilities of parties in contractual relationships. Procedural history. Before reaching the courts, Bradbury and Morgan attempted to resolve their disputes through negotiation and mediation. However, failing to reach a satisfactory resolution, Bradbury initiated legal proceedings against Morgan. The case progressed through various procedural stages, including pleadings, discovery, and PI trial motions, before being heard by the court. Arguments. Bradbury argued that Morgan had failed to deliver goods of the specified quality and had thus breached the terms of the contract. Bradbury contended that he had suffered financial losses as a result of Morgan's breaches and sought remedies for the damages incurred. Morgan, on the other hand, disputed Bradbury's allegations of breach and asserted that it had fulfilled its contractual obligations. Both parties presented detailed arguments, supported by evidence and legal precedents to bolster their respective positions before the court. Court's analysis. The court engaged in a meticulous analysis of the contractual terms and the conduct of both parties throughout the transaction. Central to the court's deliberation was the interpretation of the contract and the determination of whether Morgan had fulfilled its obligations under the agreement. The court scrutinized the evidence presented, including testimonies from witnesses and documentary records of the transaction, to ascertain the parties' respective rights and obligations. Decision. After careful consideration, the court rendered its decision, ruling in favor of Bradbury. The court determined that Morgan had indeed breached the contract by failing to deliver goods of the agreed-upon quality. Consequently, Bradbury was entitled to remedies for the losses suffered as a result of the breaches, including compensation for damages incurred. Impact. Bradbury v. Morgan 1862 had significant implications for contract law, establishing precedent regarding the interpretation of contractual terms and the obligations of parties in commercial transactions. The case underscored the importance of upholding contractual commitments and providing remedies for breaches, thereby ensuring accountability and fairness in contractual relationships. Conclusion. In conclusion, Bradbury v. Morgan 1862 serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities inherent in contractual relationships during the 19th century. Through its meticulous analysis and reasoned decision, the court reaffirmed the enduring relevance of contractual principles and the imperative of upholding contractual obligations. As such, the case continues to serve as a guiding precedent for future interpretations of contractual disputes, offering valuable insights into the intersection of law, commerce, and society. If you are a law student and looking for more case studies, visit our website www.mylawtutor.net.